The November update is finally here for T3 Arena, and today we're going to be covering the new hero changes, the new UI, and so much more, including ranked mode. Let's jump into it. Starting with hero changes, we have a pretty awesome change to Christina. She went from 5,600 health to 6,300 health. I think this is going to make her a lot better and just overall more survivability in the game, and I think this was a very needed change. Next, we do have a slight bump in Gloria's health. She went from 5,600 to 5,880. I think she's a little too squishy before the patch, and so this little bump in health does help. I don't think it was quite enough, but I think that this will make her a lot better. Speaking of HP changes, Skady also got a bump in HP. She went from 5,600 to 6,020. I think this will help Skady a lot be a better, like, close to mid-range character, and I expect that she's going to be played a lot more. Mark's passive got a really awesome change, going from 100 HP per second to 500 HP per second whenever he disengages in combat. I think this is going to help Mark a lot, and I think he will actually be in the meta due to this change. Victor's first ultimate got a pretty big change. It now deals the same amount of damage regardless of where the enemy is inside the radius, rather than it being mitigated depending on how far away they were from Victor. As you can see right here, I was dealing between 1,700 and 1,900 damage, just depending on the distance. And now, regardless of the distance, it deals the full 2,100 damage. I think this will make a lot of people use this ultimate and actually just makes it a little stronger, especially when like team comps cluster together, rather than just going with his second ultimate just because it is the better ultimate. So I think this will help a lot. Speaking of Victor's second ultimate, that actually also did get a change. And I will say, disclaimer, this was really hard to show and like record this part, but I sort of did it justice. Basically, he charges at the enemies, he throws them in the air, and then they fall and they take damage. Now, it does a little less damage. The numbers are actually from 1,500 damage to 1,100 damage. So it got a 400 damage reduction, but it does make this ultimate a little less prominent. You could basically just juggle an entire team over and over again and just get easy kills. So I'm glad they made this change, and Victor is not as scary as he once was. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, Fort finally got nerfed. Fort's main weapon damage is now dealing 20% less damage, from 700 damage down to 560. I think this makes it a little more fair because Fort was just too good. He was dealing too much damage, he was too strong, and quite frankly, he was very scary. I think this will help balance out the meta and not make him the go-to pick in every team comp just because of how much damage he could deal. I think this was a very smart change, and I'm glad that they finally fixed Fort. I know this next one might have a lot of controversy behind it because she is the newest hero to T3 Arena, but Gatlin did get nerfed. Her uber charge damage, or when she switches to her long range mode, is now dealing 40% less damage. As you guys can see right here, we did not only body shots only, but also headshots only, just to kind of see how it played out and see the difference, and it does do less damage. Her ultimate was also charging just way too fast. You only needed 5,000 energy to charge her ultimate, which means that you would just constantly get bubble shields, and it was really hard to kind of play around. Now it will take 7,000 energy to charge her ultimate, which means she'll be using it less frequently, and just having less bubble shields in general, in theory, is a nerf. So this is pretty hard of a hit for Gatlin. I know a lot of people in my Discord were saying that it wasn't deserved. She was too easy to counter. She didn't need a nerf, but I feel like this is going to be okay. I still feel like she's going to be pretty strong. Maybe not necessarily as strong as she was on release, but we will see. Who knows? I'm interested to see how the meta shakes up with how her changes are going to play into factors on teams and stuff. But we will see. With time, maybe she's still pretty awesome. That is going to be it for the hero changes, all the balances, the nerfs, the buffs. Let me know what you guys think down below. Will they shake up the meta? What are we thinking is going to be the new comp, the new best 3 heroes to use? Let me know what you guys think, but let's move on to some of the UI changes. The first biggest change you'll notice is the main menu. It looks quite different. Let's kind of talk about it. So up in your player info, that whole button area is changed. Also, if you are a premium pass owner, you now have a really cool looking effect on your name, on your name tag. It's now like a blue, purple, pink looking color. That is only if you are a premium pass holder. For the the current battle pass. Otherwise, your name will not change. We also got a new subscription tab, which is right next to the Hall of Fame. You guys can click on that and get a little more information about it if you guys want to. But I will be having a video coming out later on this week that kind of explains not only the math behind all of it and how many points or how many star coins you would need to do a full lucky draw and all that. I will be doing a guide later on about that. But basically, you buy a monthly or a weekly subscription. You cannot buy both. And from there, you'll get some gems, you'll get a box, you'll get a couple of boxes. Depending on which one you pick, you'll also get some coins. And then every single day, you'll earn 150 star coins. Star coins can be used on lucky draws or skins inside the shop. And you would need to save up quite a bit in order to actually use those as replacement for T-gems. The Hall of Fame got a pretty big update. We got a ton of new like recolored skins added into the Hall of Fame, as well as unlocking ranked mode. So I'm just going to have the Hall of Fame kind of scroll through here. This was the old Hall of Fame, and there wasn't a lot of skins. There wasn't a lot of difference between the levels. You kind of just got coins and double points and boxes. And every so often you would get some power cores, different things like that. Now it's a little different. You do have a lot more player skins in there. The final one, which is in the 6,000s, it's for Ruby. But you also do have ranked mode, which is the new game type that everyone was waiting for. And that unlocks at 1,500. Now, in order to play ranked mode, not only do you have to get 1,500 trophies and unlock it on the Hall of Fame, but you also have to have 9 heroes, in a minimum of 9 heroes in order to play ranked mode. So once you get those 2 requirements out of the way, you'll be able to jump into ranked mode and climb up the ranks. Speaking of ranked mode, let's go take a look at that. So with the November update, we did get ranked mode. And as you guys can see, we do have a casual mode or a ranked mode tab. If you go into the casual mode, it's basically the same exact thing as normal. It's just your team deathmatch, your free for all, your crystal assault, your payload escort, payload race, all the normal casual game types, with the normal casual game types like round based system. So like controls only 1 round and so on and so forth. If you go back to the main menu and you click onto the ranked mode tab right here, and you actually go inside this, if you click on it, it then brings you to the new ranked tab. And so you can see, if you click on this right here, the ranked mode, you can see the leaderboards and all who's at what ranked. You can look at the ranked reward track. This is going to be from bronze to silver to gold to platinum. And then that's as far as we can go as right now is platinum 1, but there is going to be more ranks in the future, in future seasons. And you guys can see you get glory points and boxes and whatnot from that. And then in the season rewards, you also do, depending on which rank you end the season in, you'll get whatever the rewards in that section are. So if you make it all the way to platinum 1, you'll get 10,000 glory points and you'll get the platinum frame. And this season is currently ×2 rewards. So that's pretty awesome. That's ranked mode. Join in, have some fun, get competitive with it. It's going to be really cool. Try to climb the ranks and just have fun with it. One thing I did forget to mention about ranked mode is that you do have to have 5 placement matches in order to actually climb the ranks. You will be unranked initially, but once you play your 5 placement matches, it'll rank you depending on how well you did. And then from there, you will climb the ranks and try to make it to platinum 1. Another change we got this season is we do now have roles for all of the heroes. So if you do go over to the hero selection screen, you can now filter based off of those roles. You can either see all of your heroes, or you can see them based off of their roles, which is Vanguard or tanks, damage or DPS, flanks, and support or healers. So you can actually click through these tabs and you can see which ones you want to filter them by. And then you can also filter based off of if you have any tasks for those heroes and whatnot. And this is a really cool change. It kind of shows you more of like your actual team comp and like what the best comps are. Is it good to have 1 Vanguard, 2 DPS, or is it better to have, one tank, 1 Vanguard would being tank, 1 tank, 1 support, 1 DPS, or maybe 1 tank, 1 support, 1 flank. It's all up to you, but you can actually build team comps now, which is really cool. And it's a lot easier for you to actually select your heroes just by the new filter system and being able to filter to what you want to play. So this is a really cool change, and you can see all the heroes that are in each category right here. I really like this change. It is really cool to just know what I'm playing. I am a flank main, So I will be playing flank or this or that or whatever. So this is a really cool change. Let me know what you guys think about the new role system. And finally, the player information screen. Now, this is a slightly different looking information screen that we had previously. You have your homepage, your overview, your match history. All this stuff was normally exactly the same. You have your achievements area, you have your heroes, and all that stuff. However, there is a couple of changes. So if you do go back over into achievements, you can actually see that we do have some more achievement rewards to collect. There is a new like player picture and then a frame for hitting 20,000 achievement points. And then also in your home screen, looks a little different, but this is where you can go change your frames and your portraits. So now you can pick what portrait you want, and all of these portraits are unlocked through the Hall of Fame. And then you can also pick which frame. Now, these are the frames that you'll be getting from ranked mode. Depending on where you land at the end of the season, you can change your frames if you earn them. And then, of course, that one is the 20,000 achievements frame. So it looks a lot better. I like it a lot. It's different. It's very different, but I like this a lot for sure. And I think that the frames just adds a whole new mechanic to the game. Every season, they could add a new frame with the actual season pass, which I think is really cool. And it grows from here because you can also add frames to the next ranks whenever the new ranks come out. With the next season, we're probably going to have more ranks that we can go to. And it just gives you that little flair on your name. And then also when you're in the actual inviting a player, which is actually also different. So let's take a look at that real fast. Your friend invite screen is also a little different. Like I said, your names are now going to be kind of different colors, depending on if you are a season pass premium season pass holder or not. And then again, you can still see your clubs. You can still see, who you recently played with. All that is pretty much the same. The only big changes right here is that you can see your frames. So I'll pause this screen right here so you can see. So for instance, like Shuri, he has the 2000 achievement reward to get that frame, whereas I just have the basic frame. So at the end of the season, whenever we place in rank and we get our rank and all that stuff, depending on where you placed, will give you that frame. And then you can kind of flex that, oh man, I made it to plat. I got the plat frame. Like, what's up? I'm better. And I think it's just cool. It's ultimately just going to have that added flair to your account. And I think it's really awesome. This is a really good change. More cosmetics, more visually appealing things are always a good thing for me. So this one's a thumbs up. Good job, guys. As for new cosmetics, well, we kind of went over some cosmetics, but as for new skins and whatnot, I do have a full video on that. If you guys want to go check it out, I'll leave it up in the cards. But basically, we got some new skins that are either leaked or confirmed coming out that are going to be either lucky draws or, like I said, from the Hall of Fame earlier, we got a bunch of different recolors in the Hall of Fame. You guys can go grab those if you have them, or if you've unlocked them already, then you guys can go grab those, spice up your characters a little bit. And as for the lucky draws, we do have a bunch of new lucky draws. There is, in fact, a new lucky draw in the game currently that I will be making a video on. It is called the Entity Fragger, and it is for Shell. I really like this one a lot, and I will be getting this one for sure. So, but yes, we do have a lot more cosmetics coming, a lot more lucky draws, a lot more skins, and I'd imagine we're going to have more events down the line. So there's a ton of new stuff with this update, and I absolutely love it. It's so good. And actually, I'm going to go jump into some ranked mode and do my placements. Leave a like on the video, guys. Subscribe for some more T3 news and gameplay and tips and tricks and all the things that are coming to T3. Make sure you guys click subscribe. I had a blast making this video, seeing the side-by-side comparison of all the changes from all the heroes. It's just a really cool one, and I'm glad that I could present this to you guys because this one's pretty cool. But yes, make sure you guys leave a like. This one took quite a long time to edit and film and get everything prepared. So, but that's going to do it for today, guys. Make sure you guys check out the description for all my other social medias, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace out, guys.